Good afternoon. It's again time for our daily 2-minute Bible reading and thought. I'm going to read from the 18th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew, beginning at the 12th verse. Jesus speaking says, "What do you think? If a shepherd has 100 sheep, and one of them has gone astray, does the shepherd not leave the 99 on the mountains and go in search of the one that went astray? And if he finds it, truly I tell you, he rejoices over it more than over the 99 that never went astray. So it is not the will of your Father in heaven that one of these little ones should be lost." May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of the Word. I want to start about a story I heard about an airplane flight that didn't go so well. It was pretty apparent that it was going to crash, and there were 4 passengers and 3 parachutes. And the first passenger grabbed that parachute, strapped it on, and said, "I'm a surgeon." He said, "There's so many people depend on my life, and certainly my life is worth more than anybody else's on this plane." And off he goes with the parachute. The second passenger grabbed the other chute, strapped it on, and said, "I am a nuclear physicist, and I am a rocket science, and I am one of the smartest men in the entire world." And he says, "I have far more to offer this society than either one of you do." And out the plane he goes. And the priest was standing there. It was one of the other passengers. And he said to the little boy who was there, he said, he says, "I've lived here about 80 years. He said, "You've got your whole life ahead of you. You got so much to give here. So why don't you take that last chute and go?" And the little boy just looked at him and smiled. He said, "You know what?" He said, "The smartest man in the world just jumped out of this airplane with my backpack." So there were 2 chutes left. And the reason I tell you that is this story of the lost sheep, the sheep that went astray, the sheep that wasn't smart enough to stay with the rest, the sheep that thought it was just better off if it went out on its own, the sheep that couldn't get it together with everybody else. The shepherd went after it. It reminds us that it doesn't matter what the color of our skin is. It doesn't matter what our intelligent level is. It doesn't matter whether we've got tons to offer to our society or we got nothing, but we have need. It doesn't matter if we're wounded or if we're whole, if we're empty or if we're full. Everyone looks the same in the eyes of God, and I think there's a real joy in that. And I just wanted to share that. If you look around today, there's not a single person out there that doesn't bring joy to God, and there's not a single person out there that shouldn't bring joy to us. May God bless us. Amen.